Hi everybody, TJ Mac Vintage Cards here, and today I'm doing a video where I'm just going to do a compilation of some of the things that I appreciate about my card collection. And I'm just going to highlight different aspects of that. And I'm just going to get started first with this beautiful pair of cards here in the Reggie Jackson and Thurman Munson from 1978. And depicted here you have the captain of the Yankees in Munson in his orange catching gear, that chest protector and the shin guards. And then next to him, of course, you have Reggie Jackson at the height of his stardom. And if you ever took a silhouette of that batting swing there, you would know it's Reggie Jackson if you know that era of baseball and are familiar with him, with that knee almost touching the ground. He had a very unique swing, just almost a graceful and violent swing at the same time. You can just see the power there that he generates in that picture. But in the middle here, you have this gap. You have an opening there, and I'm going to insert into that a recent pickup I made that really completes it, in my view, the three key pieces of those Yankees teams, especially in the 78 season, more so than 77, with Ron Guidry's emergence as the ace of that staff. That year he won 25 games, lost 3, had a 1.78 ERA, second in the MVP, and won the Cy Young. So here you have just these three cards that go so well together, and I was really happy to add that missing piece to really complete that great trio of Yankees from that year. And of course, there are other fantastic players in that team, and Greg Nettles and Mickey Rivers, Lou Piniella, Willie Randolph, but these were really the three guys that you would go to on those teams in Thurman Munson, Guidry, and Reggie Jackson. So I just really wanted to have that reflected. I'm a big fan of that era of baseball. Grew up with those Yankees teams, and it's just really nice to have that represented here now in these three great ones. And I really like to do that with my collecting, is just really assembling cards that really tell that story, reflect that history or that artwork or whatever I'm aiming to depict. So now another area I focus on is the action shots. And here's three great ones. And there's Lawrence McCutcheon, Tony Esposito, and Dave Winfield. So first we'll hit McCutcheon. This is a 75 Topps Lawrence McCutcheon card. And Lawrence McCutcheon was a Rams running back in the 1970s. He was drafted in 1972, started playing in 73, and then he also had won the NFC rushing title in 73. And then after that, he ran for 1,000 yards 3 additional times in addition to 73. So he had 4 1,000-yard seasons over a 5-year period. And then the year he didn't have 1,000 yards, he ran for over 900 in just 12 games. So back then they played 14-game seasons. So when he ran for 1,000 yards, it really meant something. I believe he had, 3 top 5 finishes in rushing in the 1970s. He was probably the 6th or 7th best running back in that decade. And he's not a guy that gets a lot of hobby love, but he's somebody that I really enjoy because I want to build that collection of depth to where I'm reflecting those players of those eras. And that's really where I've been focusing a lot of my hobby budget towards lately, is getting those types of cards. So here you can see just a really nice image showing the power of Lawrence McCutcheon as he's stiff-arming Chris Hamburger there, who's a Hall of Fame linebacker with the Redskins. And then in the background, what's kind of interesting, you can see it looks like a person by the goalpost, but the stadium almost looks empty behind him, which is kind of an interesting look there, because it would have been during a game action shot here that this was taken. So just one of those really nice depictions of early Topps action photography in the 1970s, and I just love having that card in my collection. And then next to him, of course, you have Tony Esposito, who was the great goalie of the Blackhawks in the 1960s and 70s into the early 80s. And here you see him in game action. Looks like he's looking for the puck there. He's got his goalie stick in front of him. You can see those large pads, one of them in front of his chest there. And then he's got that classic 70s white goalie mask that I love. And just really, another beautifully captured shot there of a legendary goaltender with the Blackhawks. And then this third action shot is a nice use of the colors as well, with the black and white on the Dave Winfield with the Yankees. And this is an 86 Topps card for those who are certainly familiar with it, I'm sure. And just another one where you see the crowd kind of blurred out, and it's really the focus is on the Dave Winfield image there, swinging the bat. And you can see here just the tools there of the day. You get in the goalie equipment, the bat for the for Winfield batting, and then you just got all the equipment that Lawrence McCutcheon's wearing as well. Just love these action shots, and really do look for having those in my collection. And I was just thrilled to get this Lawrence McCutcheon rookie card. It's been one I've been looking for a little while, and I actually found it through ComC, which I don't never bought through them before, so I was really pleased with my purchase through them. So that's the 3 action shots there. And then the other thing I look at as well is the colors. I love colors on my cards, as you know from other videos I've done. And we got 3 great representations of color here. 1 football, hockey, and baseball. And I'll show these a little closer, but you got Dick Duff, 62 Parkhurst. I just showed a 62 Parkhurst Henry Richard. Well, I also picked up a Dick Duff. And then you got Bob Clemente, better known as Roberto Clemente, in the background, and then Jack Snow with the Rams. So I'm going to cycle in here a little bit more on the Dick Duff. And you can see here with, on this card, you got that wonderful purple background with the purple letter T up top there, and just really goes well with the blue of the uniform. Full body shot, you got a facsimile signature on the bottom. 62 Parkhurst is just a wonderful set. I've been looking for an example of the Maple Leafs for a while because they had the purple backgrounds, which I really like. And I got one here in that Dick Duff, which I'm real happy about. Dick Duff is a Hall of Famer. Not a top-tier Hall of Famer, but he did win 6 Stanley Cups with the Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. 2 with the Maple Leafs, I believe, and 4 with the Canadiens. So real happy to have this card, and just really love that pop of color. And then in the middle here, of course, we got the great Roberto Clemente. What's really nice about this card is you can see the blue on the left there in the background of the black and white photo, and it's also captured on the shoulders there of the Pirate logo. And then you can see the red of his hat, and then you can see the red and white lettering there that also captures very nicely, I think, feeding off of the hat color. Just a nice color combination. And then you got the yellow of the bandana there that the Pirate's wearing, and then you can see it reflected off of the P on Clemente's hat. I really like when the colors work well together. I don't know if Topps deliberately does that, but from just an appealing piece of artwork to me, I just really enjoy that. And it's really got also a nice photograph of Clemente as the main photo on the card, which I like as well. So it's got all the elements that I really look for. Full body shot, great photography, use of the logo, the colors, just really a fantastic overall card. And then the last one I'm going to show here is this Jack Snow. David from T&D Sports talked about this card one time, and just kind of the look on his face there. Very happy image of Mr. Snow. And then you have this wonderful blue border here, and then the Rams logo in the light blue. And then you got the fun little player image there on the left. And just a really nice card, again, that has a lot of cool things going for it with the full body shot, the colors, and then it looks like a preseason or practice background there with the trees, and it certainly wasn't during a game shot. And you can just see just a really nice posed photo there of him jumping in the air. Just a really nice, fun card to look at. And Jack Snow was not a Hall of Famer, but he's still a good subject to have on a card. He was a star of the day. He was a Pro Bowler. He averaged over 26 yards a catch one season. And he's also the father of the Giants, and I know he played for the Yankees, the Red Sox as well, and the Angels, I believe, J.T. Snow. So that's his dad, Jack Snow. And unfortunately, Jack passed away in 2006. I believe it was of a staph infection. And he was the broadcaster for the Rams as well. So that's the Jack Snow. And then lastly, what's really cool about cards is they can also really personify a player. And I really like doing that sometimes when I get my cards. I like to think, like, who is this? What card really personifies that player? And I'm going to show 2 right here to start with in football. You got this Roger Staubach and Jack Lambert, and I think these 2 cards really personify these players. You got Captain America and Roger Staubach. What I like here is you got the clouds behind him. Really just kind of just a really nice shot that almost gives him a little bit above everybody else type of look, and that's really what Staubach was. He was a special player that a lot of his teammates looked up to. He, of course, was a Heisman Trophy winner, served his country in the Navy, and was known as Captain America. And I like that he's not looking directly in the camera. There's almost a special air about him in this picture that I really like, and I think it really captures the essence of who Roger Staubach was. And then next to him, that's Jack Lambert. That's the Jack Lambert I remember. He's got those giant shoulder pads that they wore back in the 70s and 80s in football. And you got the wonderful Steelers logo, both on the helmet and then on the logo on the card. And you have All Pro above him, which he certainly was. But what's really the best is that he's missing his teeth in the card. And that's how I always remember Jack Lambert, with the missing teeth. So just a really wonderful image of him as well. When I think of Jack Lambert, that card captures him perfectly. So those are two fun football examples. And then a couple baseball ones I'm going to share are right here. And, some people don't like the headshots. I like headshots in a lot of ways. And this is a wonderful one of Yogi Berra, because to me, this is the Yogi Berra that older people would remember when he was a younger player. And guys like me that didn't see him play, this is what he looked like. He's middle-aged here, so you can understand kind of like how he aged after this, because you can see he's getting a little older here, and then you also can see the youth in him still as well. So it really captures the essence of Yogi Berra. But I think the greatest thing is that smile. That's Yogi Berra's smile all throughout his life, from when he was younger all the way until his older years. And I just love that card captures that of him. And you can also see the top of his catcher's gear. He's not on the Yankees here. That's okay. You can't have everything. But I really think that's a card that captures Yogi Berra as I remember him anyway. And then next to him is, this is a more recent purchase, is this Dick Allen. That's Dick Allen to me. That's the way I remember him as well, with those big glasses, just the star of the day there. He's got the All-Star on the card, that cool White Sox uniform with the powder blue and the red helmet. You can see the big mutton chops on the side of his face there. And the only thing that might take away is he's not at the plate batting with his great swing, but there he is, though, at least in the field in action. And when I think of Dick Allen, this is the card that I think of his. And it's also a great color card as well, with the yellow and the reds. I just really love the look of that card. So there's the Dick Allen. And then these last two I'm going to show are two hockey cards. And when I try to think of a card that captures who Bobby Clarke was, oh my gosh, this one right here, the 75 Topps. You can see him hooking the player in the Bruins right next to him, and he's got his teeth missing in the front there. That was the Bobby Clarke I remember as well, of the Bruins, the Broad Street Bullies, and that just captures him right in action there. So love that 75 Bobby Clarke, and if I had to think of a Clarke card that captures who Clarke is and get him in a nice game shot, it's that one. And then next to that, you have this Guy Lafleur, and I always thought of him skating without his helmet and that hair blowing in the wind. The Flower, as he was known as, or the Blonde Demon. There he is on the ice, looking like he's circling around to grab that puck. And you get to see that hair blowing, which I really like, which is really symbolic of the Guy Lafleur I remember. So I just wanted to share these as well. I really love doing that with my cards, is saying, yeah, if I could find one card in the run of cards I have of a particular player that really reflects who that player was, those would be it. So that's all I have today. Really appreciate everybody's time, and have a great weekend.